Buti hindi pa tayo makyat dun.
July 27, 2022. A magnitude 7 earthquake struck the landlocked province of Abra.
Takot na takot kami. Sobrang hindi namin alam kung anong gagawin namin. Nagsishake na yung mga tuhod namin.
Ito na yata ang pinakamalakas na naramdaman ko na lindol.
Tremors rippled hundreds of kilometers and even reached the country's capital region. I'm Deniza Fernandez. Let's take a closer look at this devastating and deadly natural disaster. A look through the Abra earthquake. We reached Benguet town a day after the powerful quake. Damaged buildings were already evacuated. Cracks can be seen on roads. And persisting aftershocks further threaten the already distressed victims. And for Eric and his family, it's safety first, especially after seeing their dream house crumble right before their eyes.
Bigla-bigla na lang nag-shake na siya. Tapos pinakiramdaman ko muna, tapos bigla na lang tuloy-tuloy na. Tapos ang lakas na ng shake niya, kaya binuhat ko na yung baby ko. Tumakbo na kami.
Just like most of the families in Benguet, Eric and his kin are now camping outside the ruins of their dream house.
Dream house talaga namin tong mag-partner, ma'am, kasi matagal na to, pinag-ipunan pa namin. Sobrang nanghihinayang talaga kami kasi pagod at pawis ang pinuhunan namin dito, tapos sa isang iglap lang ganun yung mangyayari.
Nanay Eliza also lost her house to the quake. The ground level of their 3-story home got crushed, burying some of their vehicles.
Nanlulumo, parang nawalan din ng lakas na ganyan, pero pasalamat ako dahil ligtas ho kami kahit ganyan ang nangyari. Sana tulungan ho kami, marami ho kami na ganito ang nangyari sa sakunang ito dahil kaya lang gusto ko sana pantay-pantay na maabot namin kung ano man ang dapat na tulong ang may bibigay sa amin.
In the epicenter of the earthquake, the town of Lagangilang, we saw scores of people living in makeshift shelters. "18-year-old Rainer says most of the residents prefer to stay outdoors amid the rain after what happened to their houses.
Napakalakas po kasi para pong bola na tumatalbog. Bigla na lang pong parang gumuho lahat ng pader, tapos yung mga divider po sa loob. Mas okay sa akin yung doon na lang muna kami sa tolda kaysa doon sa dati naming bahay kasi hindi pa namin alam kung anong mangyayari o kung may lindol pa kaming mararanasan.
As of July 31, the Abra earthquake took the lives of 10 people, inflicting millions of pesos in infrastructure damages.
Sa mga naapektuhan, naging biktima, let's make sure that we are ready to support them and give them all that they need.
Oh my God!
In Vigan, Ilocos Sur, heritage and tourism sites were no exemption to the earthquake's wrath.
Nandito tayo ngayon sa Vigan, Ilocos Sur, isang UNESCO World Heritage Site. At 2 araw matapos yanigin ng magnitude 7 na lindol ang mga parte ng Luzon, sarado pa rin ang mga tourism sites dito sa Vigan. Isa nga dito ay ang 17th century Spanish Heritage House na nandito sa aking likuran. Ang isang malaking tipak ng debris mula sa bahay na ito ay nahulog dito sa nakapark na sasakyan. Ngunit ayon naman sa mga otoridad na aming nakausap ay wala namang nasaktan mula sa insidenteng ito. dahil nasaktuhan na ang driver ng sasakyan na ito ay kumakain dito sa may kalapit na area.
Aside from tourism spots in Vigan, other tourist sites in Ilocos Sur have been closed for travelers, including the Bantay Bell Tower, parts of which crumbled during the quake.
Buti hindi pa tayo makyat dun!
If you have been here in Vigan before, you will remember it with its heritage houses, Spanish colonial town, and Calesas, a lively town where tourists flock. But now, only a few bystanders are in sight.
Napakalakas pa yung lindol na yun dahil ito na yata ang pinakamalakas na naramdaman ko na lindol. Pag gano'n siya, patalon ka, ewan ko, gano'n ang lindol ang nararamdaman ko. Siyempre, takot, kaba. Ewan ko bang, dahil hindi ko masabi kung anong nararamdaman ko na. No, sobrang lakas.
Isa sa mga kinukonsider natin na possible sources nito ay local fault dito sa area na to. So, Abra River Fault. So, yun yung mga fault na somehow baka or posible na naging source or source nitong lindol na ito. I think na pinakamalapit is yung Abra River Fault. So, yun yung chinecheck pa ngayon po if ever this one is yung parang source niya. Siguro, lagi nating isipin na at least once in our lifetime, makaka-experience tayo ng ganitong klaseng sakuna. Ay, hindi man natin gustuhin, pero posible na mangyari. Hindi naman natin kailangan malaman kung kailan, saan mangyayari, at kung gaano kalakas ito. Basta alam natin na mangyayari ito, gaano ba tayo kahanda.
For now, some residents of affected towns are slowly reeling from the havoc of the tremor. But for some, all they can do is wait for help, as their homes, which were a haven of happiness, become pieces of grief.